Hello everyone, Alex speaking. Empty driveway. So, what does that mean? Well, bit of an update. We have got rid of the grey and white Fiats. So, let me just get in the car and let's flick around the camera. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, so we have got rid of the white Twin Air and the grey 2014 Sport that was a Cat D. Those two went within, I think, a week of each other. And we now have just one car left, which I've only done one video on, and that was picking up from BCA my £800 63 plate Sport with 102,000 miles on the clock. That is currently, I would say, really not far off being completed. In fact, it pretty much is. It just needs a clean. So that is currently here with me at mine, which I need to do. Got to do some polishing to some scratches. So yeah, just looking at it over there. It's on the road. So yeah, Twin Air has gone. That went for, in the end, I sold that for about 3,100, I think. That needed, all the only things I did to it was alloys and 2 new tyres. Pretty sure that was it. Otherwise, everything else was all good. Like, yeah, I think that was it. There's got to be something else. Don't think there was. It's just that. So that went to a woman and her son. Her son was learning to drive. He wanted a 500, and they were looking specifically for the 105 brake horsepower Twin Air. So that's gone to sort of Crawley direction. Then the grey Cat D one, that went to a family in Kettering who came down to view it. We settled on a price, I think, of about 3k for that one, and that went back. Unfortunately, there's a little story to that one. If you remember from that one, there was a crack in the rear bumper, and that was stapled and slightly filled and then repainted. They subsequently, sorry, I'm just walking, someone walked past. They subsequently got that home, decided to give it a clean. Apparently, the daughter has pushed too hard on it, and it's all completely come apart again. So I've sourced them a undamaged, factory painted grey bumper, sent it to them, and because it's in Kettering, there's nothing I can do about that. I said, look, if you want to put it on, by all means, I'll send it to you. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that I do. I don't, try to be awkward about these things. I've always sort of said, if you get any major problems at the beginning, let me know and I can try and sort it. I put a DA polisher on that and that didn't have any problems, so I don't know. But if you're going to buy a car for me and it ends up cracking within literally a couple of hours after getting home, yeah, I feel like I need to sort of help them out with that. So yeah, went and got that sorted, or got that sent to them. So that has gone. So yeah, so it kind of leaves us a bit carless. So what you're going to see now is you're not going to see the bidding of it, but we went to Copart, and very late last minute found a car in Roachford. So let's go and have a look at that.
Okay, right. So, where do we start? So, let's cut straight to the chase here. I have a £500 Fiat 500 Lounge, the cheapest car I've ever bought, and with fees as well. It's 780, I think it was, including fees. So let's just have a quick run through, and we'll see what we've bought, and then work out whether or not it was good value. So Cat C, old days, Cat C. Nowadays it's called Cat N, and that apparently has occurred in 2017. So there's been some damage to somewhere. Now I'll go through the photos and I think we potentially know where the damage is. 73,000 miles. That's not really too bad for an 11-year-old car. We have a private number plate as well. A13LXT. Now, I'm thinking of retaining that. I'm not 100% sure yet what I'm going to do. And the reason behind that is it's not really that far off my name, really, when you think. So my name being Alex, you could put, that's not, too far off. So I might retain that. It says it's got its primary damage, which is rear end, and got keys. It runs and drives. Additional information. So there's the Cat C, and we have one key, but we can sort that out. It says here, mould in vehicle, battery disconnected. Slightly confused by that. We have an MOT until Feb 2025, 7 owners. And, so Cat C was 2016. So, that's all we have. So, no more information to suggest what else is wrong with the car. But we will deal with that when we get it. In the meantime, let's have a quick look at the photos. So, this is the first image. Second image, we're missing we'll call it the hubcap, the centre part in the middle of this alloy here. But nothing else too much. The rear, we start to get around the rear. So can't tell if that's dirt or what that's going on there. We've got rear parking sensors. We're missing a chrome cover, toe cover. That's not too much of an issue, but that generally seems all right. Inside, very dark. Can't really see what's going on there. Again, can't really see what's going on there, but luckily we don't have any too offensive seating colours. Looks like a relatively new battery, so that's good. Again, a bit too dark to actually see what's going on. They didn't run it, so it's not running here, not to show if there's any warning lights or anything. Slightly a bit peculiar. Normally they tend to run it. Obviously, we don't know if that mileage is flashing, but I suspect it's not, so that's good. Then we move a bit more towards here. There's something around here, some sort of mark on the top of that sort of bumper lip there that we'll need to look at. Again, can't really tell what's going on there in regards to whether it's dirt or not really sure. But that's what they're saying is the major problem. Down the side here, can't really see any issues in particular. So that's good. Spare wheel. So I'm going to assume this is the mould that they might be referring to. Maybe on the seat. Not really sure, but it could easily be in the rear footwell or even in the front footwell. Not really sure, but yeah. I don't want to guess, but it might not be actually as bad as it really should be, or that they think it might be. That's the underneath. That's irrelevant. That's pretty much irrelevant. Don't really know what that photo's all about. Then we got the state of the alloys, so they're all going to be generally scuffed. It looks apart from the rears, which seem to be not too bad, but fronts maybe. Again, I think one of those vents is broken. The roof, which, yeah, it's just is what it is. So this is not a customer car. I don't believe it's a customer car. Not really sure what's going on here. It's a queue, which means that it kind of hides Copart. It hides exactly who's selling it, because with queue you've basically paid for more photos and to have the car cleaned. That's what queue stands for. So it hides. I suspect it is a customer car over an insurance job, because why would an insurance company write this off? Because there's not really enough damage for you to go to an insurance company about. And then the final one is the centre console. So that's the car, 2013. Now, I obviously won this for 500. Initially, it had to go to approval because they wanted 975, and I expected to go straight into like a bidding war with them saying that they want it, me saying no, and anyway, they accepted 500 straight away. So yeah, 500 quid for this Fiat 500. It's Tuesday the 20th. Won it yesterday. Rochford is where it's located, and I'm due to have it delivered this afternoon. So I will know a bit more about it soon. What I will say, going back to what I said earlier, is where I think the damage was. I'm suspecting it's the front, because there's no chrome pieces to this front bumper, which makes me expect that it's a pop bumper that they potentially put on. So we're going to add the chrome, we'll call them whiskers, I don't know what you want to call them, the chrome pieces to both sides, down there as well. That's missing. So I'm going to add those. And I think if you look, there's a cap missing as well. One of the, where the fog lights tend to sit on some cars, that's missing. So we just need to do a bit there and sort out the rear here. So yeah, there you have it, a £500 lounge. So we will know a bit later on today whether or not we've got ourselves a decent car with a decent gearbox and a engine that runs, or whether we've got a pile of crap. So follow me on my adventure. Come back in, I don't know, a week's time when I've done maybe a walk around. And yeah, so if you haven't already, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. And thank you all again for watching and keeping part up of this channel and my adventures into the world of Fiat 500s. Until next time, I will see you all again very, very soon.